for game number 4. It seems like Michigan State has put Illinois in a position where there are too many good champions to ban. And Zyrene, yes.
I said if Illinois can be on blue side again, do it. Because I think that Draven, Darius, and then your Mord ban are fine. And then you want to first pick Olaf. And that's, I think, should be the adaptation here by Illinois. I want to see that.
They were listening.
They were.
Let's see what that last ban is. Oh.
I agree. Don't pick Nautilus first. The Nautilus is good, but it's not winning you. It's not winning or losing you the game. Something like the Olaf will win or lose you the game.
Ooh, the Ari.
All right. No comfort for you.
Are they gonna? The Mord would be what they drop as the ban if they think Michigan State are gonna pick the Mord early. There's the Olaf.
It is good. Good.
Everything goes according to plan.
Okay. And if they pick Nautilus, you can go ahead and like pick Morgana or something like that and make sure that you can counter it. So I don't think like the Nautilus was a huge deal for them. And they shouldn't be scared of it being taken away. Like the first pick is something that should also be almost like a pseudo ban and take it away from your opponent.
There's very few situations in MOBAs where I say that the support is ever like worth the pick super early. And I'm not saying it happened at Worlds Rakan. Not saying it's probably worth that ban. And I'm glad we didn't see it happening here.
Yumi.
That's real greedy. Where did this Trundle come from?
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
they're trolling, dude. Wait, what are they playing? What's the composite? Is it all Freljord? Glacials?
Glacials, baby, it's coming. No.
No.
All right, they're not trolling.
Well,
they are trolling.
It's probably to stop the Olaf with like a pillar to really get in his way during Ragnarok and mess him up there. Also take away stats because it's almost like the Sejuani because he has passive armor and MR when he has Ragnarok, and if you ulti him and then he ultis, he can go like negative resistances, right? Because it takes the percentage of what he had, of the snapshot of his armor and MR when it started the ability.
Right. I just don't know if you pick the Trundle so early, knowing that I guess nothing really got countered away from Illinois. It's not like top lane Gangplank was something that Sunlight is like known for. So
well, the Gangplank is also good by top Hippopotamus here. They can focus the bottom side, and it's also good into Mordekaiser because you can just eat oranges and it gets rid of the ultimate.
Nightshade's other one trick on the top side is Garen.
Sunlight.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Does that make him a 2-trick, 3-trick, 4-trick?
2-trick.
3-trick?
Definitely a 2-trick, I'd say, with the Darius and the Garen.
I feel like those are like when you first start playing League of Legends and you're put towards the top, and it's like, what are the 2 champions I should learn? Just learn Darius.
Yeah, the ones that spin.
The ones that spin. Spin to win.
There it is. Bans coming through. The Heimerdinger taken away by Michigan State, and the Azir also taken away by Michigan State. On the opposite side, deeper into the AD carry pool, Caitlyn and Ashe removed. So Dillaran, will it be his 6th champion in the 6th game, or will he go back to something that he's played already?
And I believe Dillaran can play like the
Cassio?
Yeah. Oh, Cassio's still up. That would definitely be interesting.
Tristana?
Tristana's available as well. I'm trying to think of what Dillaran's known for traditionally.
He's going for it. 6 for 6. The Bane gets locked in. Skips right on by the...
But look, he's got a nice tanky front line for him here. He's going to be able to just roll around in the back and do his work. And oh boy, this is interesting here. Illinois, a lot of damage at their disposal, but if Michigan State can just play this front to back, I think they're looking pretty good. The question is, can they survive sort of that all-in initiation that's going to be coming their way from the Leona and from that Olaf?
Oh, wow. Stillian getting locked in for Nightshade. Right. Different type of playmaking necessary for Nightshade. He was able to do it in game number 2 of the semifinals when he was playing Morgana. This time, rolling with Zillion to make sure that whoever's taking the most damage goes down early will get revived. And I like it. You can use it on any of the 3 other major threats in the form of Vayne, Trundle, or Garen to get revived. Smart adaptation here by Michigan State.
Yeah, and speeding up a Garen is always really scary. He zooms right into the back line, right into like the midline as well. I really hate playing against Zillions. They're really annoying, and their zone control is very heavy. So I already feel kind of where I'm going to go with these predictions.
Which is good because I was going to ask for predictions. I'm going to go with Michigan State here. I think they're going to close this out 3-1. That was my prediction going into the day. They have looked clean in the last 2 games. I think they're rolling on their momentum right now. I think they have composition that is technically a little bit more challenging to execute, but if they can do so, I think they're looking okay.
Yeah, Michigan State for me. I think Illinois wins the first couple picks of the draft, but I think they lose the draft overall.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Illinois. Debated! Because I think that the Olaf, the early jungle that they have, and then the Xayah with the wave clear as well as the Syndra, I think they'll be able to play to the bottom side of the map and really punish this Vayne. And I think that that's the ticket to victory here for them. So Illinois, and also I can't predict against my own advice of, banning and then banning certain champions and picking the Olaf, dropping the Rek'Sai ban. I think that's, I gotta vote for myself a little bit here too.
All right. We're still split on the desk here in game number 4 as we get into game number 4. Let's not keep you waiting any longer. Both of these teams have had an incredible day of games, but it could all come down to this final one here. MSU is only 1 game away from securing that BTN 2019 preseason invitational championships. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I don't think MSU is bitten off more than they can chew. I think they're going to walk away with the win here in this game. What are we pinging?
Some early game shenanigans. Illinois setting up a death brush on the bottom side of the map just in case Michigan State gets a bit curious. They do not.
Yeah, I mean, it got checked last time. Remember, Kuderik had to back up on the Caitlyn.
Right.
So they're 5 stacking in a place that was actually invaded before.
Minions have spawned.
And no shenanigans this time around. That did have probably a pretty significant impact in game number 1. Having RBM's Kiana was not a factor, really, of that game. And it all started with that early Lee Sin invade that we did see there in that first game. But this time around, just resetting things a little bit. But this time it's Shock's playing this Olaf here. Pretty straightforward champion to play, but we'll see how he does. He's been someone who's impressed me all day long, and I'm excited to see what he can do with that champ.
Yeah, big adjustment here for RBM, a champ that we haven't seen in a while, pulling out the Trundle. Trundle usually played in the Sejuani meta to steal away stats from Sejuani early on, but because Sejuani's fallen out of favor, don't see it that often in Season 9.
Yeah.
Or in Season 2020.
I think this is the first Trundle I've seen in collegiate play. In multiple seasons now across the last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is the first time that I've seen it definitely this season or this split. But same thing for Zilean mid for me. Is the same. Hasn't been played in a while. It was really popular with certain junglers like Kindred and whatnot, and Hecarim, but then it fell off. It was like a Bjergsen, Jensen pocket pick type thing. Oh, invade here from the Bosch really early.
Oh,
Pillar goes down. All right.
good read by RBM. Again, new adjustment with the brush there at the river entry. And whoa, Moonlight going aggressive early on. The Bosch not able to find anything with the Zenith Blade, and first blood heading on over to the Spartans.
Yeah, but unfortunately going over to Moonlight there, not super ideal.
He didn't flash. That was actually a big misplay there by the Bosch. He was not ready for that flash over from Moonlight. That was a big read from Really Big Meme, because Really Big Meme started topside. He was going to go bottom, and then he knows, like everybody kind of knows, that Vayne is one of the only champions in the game that only has single target abilities and can only affect a single champion at a time or a single character at a time. And so she's not going to have any wave clear. Xayah will 100% push in by the time you guys are about to hit level 3. And then going for a ward is pretty standard play. So he actually read that, smelled it, and countered it. It was really well done there by Really Big Meme.
Yeah, solid play there. Good positioning from that jungler as he's now looking to continue to put the pressure here. Flash over the wall from command attack and
now
dodging
here comes
out
the pillar.
stun.
And here comes the pillar, and nope, he's not going to go after him. All right.
Just gonna let's get the scuttle crab and continue to secure that vision. But man, he's been so scary. He's just
right place, right time.
Yep.
Right read here by RBM. Doesn't matter the champion, the reading comprehension is still the same.
And that just goes to show that a good jungler can make basically any champion work. I mean, you've done this enough times. You've got a good enough game sense.
He plays Syndra, right?
In the jungle, 15 games.
Lucian earlier.
Yeah. No, you just have a good game sense. Like you roughly know. It's just you can't explain why. It's just thousands of games compounded on top of each other over years of playing, and you just know what are your opponent. You can't necessarily explain why in the moment, and that's the kind of sense that really separates these top tier. And we're talking grandmaster level players, which we've got multiple of in this game alone. So just goes to show that put in the practice, and it does pay off as we're seeing a little bit of initiation and counter initiation now happening in the bottom. Nice play though from Moonlight. Gonna look to try and secure that. Is gonna get it, but Dillaran as well trying to get himself out. Will tick out. The support's the last one standing.
Yeah, nice little trade there, and that's just so frustrating when your support is the one that initiates the fight, and it looks good, and the damage just gets turned around. Now the chase is still coming.
Why is he chasing him so much?
Olaf is running down as Topopotamus has been soloed out by the two-trick.
It's the Ignite top Garen.
The two-trick.
Like I said, spin to win. It's simple math, guys. Circles, ideal. That's the ideal shape.
No, maybe Topopotamus has to burn to learn, because that Ignite, it's not a TP, man. It's way more damage output. That always catches people off guard. That's why people ran Ignite Garen and it was higher win rate. Was it always catches people off guard. The first Ignite, you always have it, you flash away and you're just burning and you go, oh
no.
You're like, he has Ignite, and then you like ping it 5 times that it's down.
I'm sensing a very specific story here.
Oh no, it just happens all the time in solo queue. How many times have people flashed away with an Ignite on them from a top laner because you didn't realize he had Ignite instead of TP? It's like almost every top laner has had that experience.
When I get autofilled to the top side of the map, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm playing LCS. He's playing like a top laner in solo queue.
Yeah.
He's going to win.
He's going to win.
You could have been a lot more.
Because guess where you are? You're not in the LCS.
Yeah. I'm not.
Cries. 3 kills to 1 now for MSC. Look, we're just gonna breeze right on past that.
Let's do that.
Pretty much even in terms of gold, though. It's a nice job here from Illinois in terms of the CS to keep that balanced ahead in terms of mid and bottom here. But we talked about the fact that Illinois seems to struggle to execute a consistent macro game plan when they are behind, and it seems like Michigan State is aware of that. And we talked about the idea of drafting these winning early lanes, doing just that. This nice sidestep from RBM. Was he actually spotted? I'm not sure.
No, he wasn't.
Oh boy.
Just waiting for the opportunity.
But
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
You have flash up still.
The anger in Zyrene's voice as they're just chasing him on down. There's the stun. The follow-up with the great support play from the Bosch to keep his team in this, and now we have command attack in the flank. Dillaran's with the target. The Bosch is there, and that's actually the kill going through onto the Vayne. Nice bit of play as RBM can try and continue on through this.
He didn't get ulti on him.
Nightshade didn't get the ulti, and now in a bit of trouble. He doesn't quite have the damage yet. Kudarik and command attack have damage in troves.
They're going to try to kill topside. Garen is really low HP.
This is time for a bit of redemption here. Shox is going around. Sunlight smells it out, though, a little bit, but not nearly enough. And that is just going to be the axe going on through, trying to spin his way back, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. It might be with the flash. Nice play from Sunlight to stay alive.
Yeah,
good punch back here by Illinois.
Early T2 boots as well. Yep, he's going to go for the blast cone. And, oh, wait a second.
Does he have ult? He does. Oh, nice.
Right. He had ult and ignite, actually. I wonder if he could have turned that.
He probably could have,
It might have happened.
But you know what, with Shox so close by still, the option played a little bit safer. Not necessarily a bad one. It's about to have a bit of a rumble. Trumdle in the jungle.
Yeah, it's a level 6, though. Level 6 Olaf compared to level 5, and the Smite battle heads to the level 6 Victor. And Shox will get himself out, and this is the first time we've seen Shox now start to assert himself in the jungle in quite some time.
Yeah, I'm a little scared for him, though, because he went straight to that Rift Herald. He's actually trying to do it right now, and the GP might give this away. He's walking over a ward right now.
All right.
Garen has more HP.
Yeah, but they can't get there in time.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to collapse in time. Really Big Meme, I think, is more concerned about getting to level 6 now. Which limping around for camps. There you go.
Yeah. Not necessarily the wrong decision here. I am Nightshade in the mid, going to be able to assist with that. And that is the Rift Herald going the way over of Illinois, picking it up within the first minute that it spawned. Obviously now going to be able to spawn again before the 20-minute mark, so keep an eye on that. Changes with the rise of the elements. We'll see how they utilize that. Would love to see it used sooner rather than later. to try and augment one of these pushes, picks up some of those early plates, and see if they can use that gold to pick up some additional kills.
And there he is.
That's a Garen. That is a
Ignite,
Garen.
hit, ulti.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Yeah, it makes a little bit more sense for me for Sunlight. He didn't want to re-engage even though he had Ignite earlier. Shox was still in the area. If it did end up dragging out, he decided to head back, heal up, now get the kill, and force another wave into the turret. Top Eponymous, no TP, does have ulti, could use it to catch that wave if he wanted to, but Sunlight taking care of business on the top side of the map.
And it's been so hard for Top Eponymous. He's just getting slaughtered. That's a 1v1 against a Garen that had only boots 2. I believe he had a longsword. That was it. He didn't have any more damage than that. He was just, he's not even got the Black Cleaver or anything like that yet. And so he's just keeping up with you with the base damages, basically.
And this is Top Eponymous, who played some amazing games earlier, had one, a stellar Cho'Gath that just took the game over, and now it's, dealing with somebody much closer to his own skill level, if not maybe a little bit ahead in this situation, struggling a little bit in this 1v1 matchup and creating opportunities for, the other team to continue to pull ahead. In this case, look to convert it with the pressure up here towards this Drake and able to get it done.
Yeah.
That was kind of close.
It's actually
close.
A sacrifice there from Nightshade. When Nightshade did his Nightshade, actually gave up a lot of that mid-wave to get that. So he's down in CS, but that's a team play.
And now looking towards the scoreline right now, actually ahead in terms of gold is Illinois, despite being behind in kills. Overall, they have been farming pretty well, and I think this has a lot to do with what you mentioned in the draft, Cyrene, the idea that they need to win some lanes, and they're getting that, in the mid in particular, up against that Zilean, who, of course, is so annoying to play with, but command attack on a comfort pick here with this Syndra needs to not take turret shots and continue to push in right here, utilizing that early Rift Herald. We'll see what they can get done with this.
Well, they also have to be careful because Top Eponymous, that guy is level 8. The Garen's level 10 right now. Moonlight's coming in from the side.
Oh, it's a 3v4.
Yeah, they're going to fight. There's no Garen.
Moonlight going down in an instant. The ult from Zilean can keep him alive a little bit longer. Maybe a little bit of overconfidence as Dillaran's going on through, trying to get the kill in the command attack. Is going to be able to do so. The Sun, the follow from Leona's there. Can the support keep him alive just a little longer? Dillaran going through, getting up those shots though with the silver bullets, doing a lot of work. No, walks right back in. Top Eponymous shuts him down. And now it is Moonlight trying to escape with his life. What a bloodbath in the mid lane.
Yeah, it's a big fight there, and that's what the Finding a Line I needed. They caused this fight to happen. The early rotation coming out of both the Bosch and Shox to get himself into the mid lane worked out well. Moonlight got caught out. Big ulti coming out from the Bosch, hitting 2 members, where Nightshade was forced to use the ulti on someone else for the revive. Nightshade goes down, and the pressure in the mid lane continuing to mount.
And I think that's exactly what they have to do in these fights, because the Garen doesn't have TP. Just avoid that lane. You can maybe sack some things to him early, like these turret plates, but you try to get out of that lane as soon as possible. I thought when they played the Kled into the Darius that they were going to do that more, but I think it's the game plan. You see the ultimate from GP actually being used there to help the fight, and then Dillaran, I mean, this guy has played so many different champions today and showed a mastery of basically his role. He has played 6 champions in 6 games just today, and then able to pick up another kill here on Moonlight, though. And this Nautilus is the one that's getting fed. That's the issue with Dillaran, is Dillaran is running around. This poor Vayne, he's the support in the lane.
And the shutdown gold heading on over to your opposing AD carry. Slightly tilted.
Yeah, I mean, this is multiple times now that Moonlight has sniped the kill out from under him, and that's suboptimal to say the least.
Yeah, but he's still securing those kills. It's fine, Supports can sometimes get gold too. You just make sure that you help your AD get fed later.
Yeah, but that is one big Garen taking all the plates on the top side and getting first blood on the turret. Shox in a little bit of trouble, forced to flash over the wall.
That's those bushes.
Yeah, Ocean Rift in full effect right there.
Little things like that you just have to be cognizant of. And again, we're still fairly new to this patch. All in all, players are still getting used to those little things. A nice little play from MSU to force that out. So that's a pretty key sum down on the side of Illinois as we're looking across the board. A couple flashes available now on the side of Michigan State. And okay, he's just gone. And he's out of there.
So damage reduction, even though he has no MR, it's just the damage reduction that the Garen gets, the free stats he gets as well. I mean, this is why Sunlight likes this champion, because he can just cause so much pressure in a solo side lane.
And now we're seeing the pressure mount down in the bottom. Once again, turret plate's not going to be a factor now post 14. As we see both teams just actually grouping a little bit more this game, which is kind of interesting here. There was less specific little laning going on and a lot more grouping looking to fight happen.
Yeah, but this is Illinois leading the charge here in these fights. Uh-oh, double stun under turret. The Bosch in a bit of trouble. That's a lot of turret shots. Able to pick up the kill. And just in time was RBM to pick up an assist as well.
Yeah, and there's not even a way that they could have saved him after that had happened. The hook in, even they even used the heal to try and make sure that he would live, and it still didn't help.
That was a beautiful play. The dredge line back under the turret, the double bomb, top it off, chain the CC beautifully. That's exactly the kind of play I'm looking for from MSU. Featherstorm in to try and dodge a little bit of the damage, but they're continuing to put the pressure on. Flash back out as RBM, trying to stay alive with the Ragnarok, chasing them on down, able to pick up the kill, but trading out now. Command attack's back.
Wait, Dillaran has no mana.
Damage. There's no mana on Dillaran. You're absolutely correct. Command attack is there with the stun. The follow-up now onto Mootline. The Bosch goes in to seal the deal. Don't steal it this time. And there we go.
Yeah, easy pickup there by Illinois. Michigan State biting off more than they could chew. Only get one kill out of all of it in the form of shocks. And another bounce-back scrappy fight for Illinois.
Yeah, and it's them trying to go straight onto... Ooh. Straight onto this Xayah. I'm surprised Dillaran did not use Condemn. Maybe it would have resulted in a kill, but I don't know if it was dodged out. I don't know if he had used it earlier, but was not used right there.
I think he was saving Condemn later on. You see him in the replay use it on the Olaf after Olaf had Ragnarok. So bit of a misplay there by Dillaran. Not looking the cleanest on his 6th unique bot laner in this playoff series. Yeah, the Vayne looking a little rusty.
A little bit here, and I think a lot of it has to do with just how well, in general, Illinois, how good Illinois is looking so far in this game. 10 kills to 10, identical, pretty much, in terms of the goal. This is the most even game we have seen yet.
Well, Garen's already here. Top Potus would have to TP if they even want to have a chance at this. Olaf, are you going to go?
Command attack on the flank.
Oh,
they're going to go in, and he is all alone.
Well, like, it's way too early if they're going to go for it. It's too late to decide that. It's just all kinds of bad.
Yeah.
I mean, look, MSU has the Zillion, all right? They're right on time.
The command attack just wanted to try and make a play, and Moonlight has been on top with these Dreadline over and over again, and now Sunlight getting cut out. He's tanky, but he's not that tanky. And so just two big position mistakes by solo laners for both teams here. The Bosch is chunked pretty low. The turret on the bottom side does go down, but with Vayne on the bottom side of the map, not sure what Sunlight was thinking there without the rest of his team.
I would call that a strict misplay from the Garen Sunlight, who's looked so good so far this game. Giving up a lot there. The mid turret does end up falling, and he gave up his life as well, and he'd been looking so strong. That's gold he did not want to give over. Yes, the Vayne was able to do a little bit here, catch up a bit in terms of that gold, but into the Xayah, who's been looking so strong so far this game, I would have continued to keep my prioritization towards that Garen. You know Vayne's going to scale.
Gotta go now.
They're going to go in right now into the jungle. A lot of damage from the Zillion, though. Instant kill onto the support. And in the back, we do see the counter kill going on through. Dillaran joining the fray. He's got mana for this one as RBM is splitting up the fight as best he can. But look at this, how they're splitting it apart. Finally, the shutdown goes through onto the Olaf. The Syndra is not here for this fight, and that's the Dillaran we want to see.
Yeah, and this is what you want from your Vayne, just getting into the fight, cleaning things up. And the whole time, Nightshade still had ulti for either Dillaran or RBM, and now this turret is next on the platter.
Oh, Sunlight spots him out behind the turret. We do have Xayah and crew rotating in here. Command attack as well. RBM taking a lot of poke damage, but there's the stun. But the scout of the week coming back right into it. The flash forward into IM. Nightshade gonna pick up that one. Command attack looking so solid. The ult does go off. Tried to bait it on out, but not gonna be the case. Now Nightshade trying to get himself out and will be able to do so.
Yeah, and all the while, Sunlight not able to pick up a kill. Will start healing up because of Garen's passive. Doing so right now. Oh, not able to sidestep. Here comes the stun. Oh, the blast cone! No way! The blast cone pulls the Bosch. He's not able to get the stun from H's shield, and now here comes the rest of Michigan State.
no.
The Bosch will fall. It is all going wrong for Illinois. Oh my goodness.
And Tillaran just pops up almost out of nowhere. It looked like he came up from behind and just like, you know, nothing personnel, kid. Just boom, out of just thin air.
I think
Really good presence of mind to actually know that he could continue fighting that.
I think that was accidentally command attack with an auto attack on the blast cone to pull away the Bosch.
I don't think he meant to pull away the Bosch. I think he meant to make sure that
Oh no.
he couldn't get away on Sunlight's side.
Oh, that was
Whoa.
a great chain of CC, putting up the pillar right into yet another dredge line by Moonlight. He's been on point with these. Tillaran pops the ult, gets the extra AD. They'll take down the turret. Now it's time for retreat. Will they be able to get themselves out? The chase is on, but no longer. And Michigan State take control of the game here.
Beautiful series of play there from MSU, making the best of bad situations and going into the jungle of Illinois and punishing them for any attempt at response. Sunlight still looking solid right now. He's got the Black Cleaver, the Tabby. He's moving around. He's hitting hard. He's getting a little bit tanky. 3, 1, and 2 for him up in the top. Trinity Force, of course, is finished for the counterpart. And 1, 3, and 9, a super respectable stat line involved in almost every single kill for Illinois. But Tillaran in these fights, yeah, he's got 4 deaths, but he is still dishing the damage he needs to.
Yeah, and they can go forward with pretty much no fear. You saw there, Nightshade able to make a situation that would have been a Syndra getting 2 kills normally into one where she got none and got killed herself.
My goodness. It was so close and so even for such a long time here between
It's
these
still
two
close.
squads.
It is.
But this is the first time we've had like a solid leader in this game. These are the types of games that I expected throughout the series. Not these one-way dunks of the team, but a back and forth where eventually someone will take a lead and see how the other team responds.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of blowouts so far today in this set, and this one, as I said, started at the most even. It was 10 kills to 10. It was a 200 gold difference. But Michigan State just slightly able to eke out a little bit of advantage in these fights. Illinois is looking the strongest we've seen them yet, I think, other than that first game here in the set. And this could be the fight right now. The collapse is here, and Garen is not available. Does, of course, not have the TP to join in on this fight. So this is the opportunity for Illinois to go in and make something happen. They're fighting mid. Moonlight in the mid lane. And there's the ult coming in, the good counter damage, and they find it onto the Zillion. Shut him down. No chance to get that ult off. Moonlight is trying to get the counter kill. Now Garen is on the back line, but no kills were gotten, which means that he cannot go in 1v5. We see how that goes.
Yeah, Michigan State just kind of posturing themselves a little bit too cute there. There is no TP on Garen. You know there's no TP on Garen, so you can't be in engage range. Yes, the ulti did land by the Bosch, but there was no way for them to peel off.
And Garen's just hitting the inhib turret.
Yep.
I don't mind this call at all.
Yeah.
He's feeling confident in his tankiness and his speed. They know the Drake is going to go the way of Illinois. Nice pickup there from them. And Sunlight's just going to do what he can, chip away at the defenses of Illinois. But as you said, I think they postured themselves into a corner with that one. Okay, here we go.
This is an aggressive call here by Michigan State.
I don't think they're aware of this.
They are not.
They're pinging it.
Okay, they are.
And the TP's coming on
Yeah,
in.
there's no way. They don't now have the damage to do this time, not without Vayne being there.
He's got a face check.
Oh no, going on in, forced to flashback immediately. The spin coming in from the Garen, RBM on the flank. Nice play from Illinois not to get sucked into the choke. And that was huge. That was absolutely massive. If they had decided to commit to that fight right there, it could have been all over. That's what the Zillion bombs absolutely wreck you.
Yeah, Shock's forced to use Ragnarok defensively, forced to use the flash defensively, won't have that for the next fight. And no other summoners or ultis used by Michigan State in that last little skirmish, other than the TP to start things off by Nightshade.
We're seeing more invades coming into the jungle from MSU. They are relentless. They want the Baron, and they want to do it after the back of a few kills, which is the smart decision to make here. And they know this is where a lot of their team fighting is going to excel. If Garen can get in with the spin.
Oh, they gotta get Vayne.
They're looking for Dillaran here in the mid, who survives. We do have the ult coming in the Featherstorm as well, but look at how much damage the Vayne is doing through all this. The flank is there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Dillaran, what are you doing?
The ult goes off from the Zillion, keeps him alive a little bit longer, but the stun from the Xayah was there. Another
what a
counter!
tumble!
They turn right on in. RBM is here, and here comes the Garen on the flank. This is the damage they need to get done through all this, but that is the kill. Going back away from Illinois. They need to try and survive through this. Look at the damage the Sunlight is doing, though. Can he be enough to carry this team?
Yeah, Kudarik
Wait,
is doing huge there. Look at the burst damage, almost taking down Topopotamus and Shocks, but both AD carries playing so aggressively. I forgot, yes, Dillaran flashed forward into that, got snared, but you had Nightshade right behind him with the ulti to keep himself alive. The chrono shift rewinding time and keeping him up, but holy moly, both teams so close to winning that fight outright. Let's take a look at it one more time, and it's this moment right here. Once those other feathers are put down, Dillaran can't go forward, but then he goes forward, gets snared, and Nightshade right on a dime, able to get the ult, and then one more time, watch that, tumbles right out of the Zenith Blade. A nice double bomb stun by Bosch, holding together multiple members, both Topopotamus, and then things get cleared out here, but Kudarik dishing out damage, keeps things alive.
And then you see right here, Dillaran flashes to the side, then actually tumbles to the right and avoids a Scatter the Weak that would have lined him up for a double kill on command attack side. He would have just thrown the ball right on where Moonlight was, and if he had actually been there too, Dillaran would have died.
Oh, absolutely massive series of plays. No, caution.
That's your teammate.
That's not the correct person.
Oh, grab it. There you go.
Wow, what a game. What a series. I would expect nothing less from these two teams. And now I'm reminiscing back to a few months ago. It seems so long ago, but it really all that was
half a year ago.
Half a year ago. When these two teams battled it out, going all the way to 5 games. Illinois wants to bring it back to 5 games once again. And only down about 1,000 gold right now. They are primed off the back of one good team fight, one solid Baron play. They can do so. They're clearing out the vision, setting things up, doing the dance they need to do. This is the correct play from them. But of course, MSU as well, only 1 game away. One solid fight, and they can fully put themselves in the driver's seat in this set.
Yeah, Shocks and Kudarik are key here for this Fighting Illini squad. Command Attack is getting himself big, has 2 completed items, trying to get that 3rd, but really Kudarik was the one that kept everyone up in that last fight, throwing down the feathers, and I think Michigan State got a little lazy focusing on where those feathers were.
And I think that right now what's going on in this game is Illinois, they don't really have the ability to face check that well. It's pretty much the Bosch, and Shocks a tiny bit. But what Michigan State want to do is they want to deny Baron vision, set that up for causing face checks, and get picks.
Here we go. Moonlight's going in, trying to set it up. Multi-man knockup is here as well, but the Nautilus is getting absolutely chunked. But through all of this, Dillaran does not stop shooting. The Bosch survives, though. RBM's getting very low, but the rest of the team's going in. There's the Garen to continue through with the damage. Nice Scatter the Weak to push him back, but in the end, the shutdown is going through onto the Olaf, and all 5 members of MSU were still alive. 3 dead for the University of Illinois. They're not going to chase down mid. They're going to look to the Baron.
And right as you said picks, another dredge line. I can't say it enough. Moonlight has had himself a series, whether it was on Thresh, whether it was on Leona, now on Nautilus, doing a fantastic job finding the right targets. Command Attack, he does live, but by getting picked like that, it's looking so poor for Illinois.
And Sunlight, remember I said there's a regular team of Michigan, and then there's Team Sunlight?
Yep.
1v2, baby.
Yep.
He can't.
Get off my
that.
dragon.
Now the rest of the team is going to come join in, looking to secure that Dragon Soul. I'm not exactly sure where we are in the overall Drake count right now.
This is 2-2.
2-2. All right.
So this will be 3 for Michigan State.
So 1 away from that Soul.
Yeah, just again, this Michigan State roster has so many champions, so many one-tricks that you can't ban out in the first phase. We've seen it shift from RBM, Nightshade, now on the top side to Sunlight. All of them have had the opportunity to show off how strong their one trick is. So regardless of what the meta is playing, you got to get rid of Darius, Garrett, the Olaf, Rek'Sai in the mid lane, the Ahri. Not to mention, Dillaran has played 6 different AD carries.
And they're still banning Draven.
Yeah, and they're still banning Draven.
So there's at least, he can play at least 7. That's what I'm learning here. Math.
It's better than most marksman players, let me tell you. They can usually play 1 well. Maybe 2.
Caitlyn Jinx here.
Yeah, right.
Degon feels attacked.
Yeah, you're attacking me too. I mean, I can play Varus both attack speed and lethality. Does that count as 2?
I mean, I don't really count lethality Varus as a champion. That's some ARAM stuff right there. That's like if you were an Ezreal that just pressed Q all the time. I don't consider that good.
Shift forward. Always,
oh, boy.
always great. You can see my Ezreal games going not as well as Dillaran's game right now. He was a little bit further behind, but here we go. Oh, Moonlight getting caught up just a bit. Pressure's still there. On the bottom side, Sunlight has Ignite, can go 1v1 against Topopotamus, who is down there. And he'll continue to add the pressure. And now RBM going in the mid lane to keep the pressure there in all 3 lanes.
No. Yeah, this is a 4-1-4, Garen. Topopotamus is sad.
Ignite! Oh my goodness.
That's not fair. That's not even close to fair.
That's illegal! So turrets falling in multiple lanes for the side of Michigan State, who are just slowly grinding away the win right now. They're not going to make any crazy plays. They're not going to try and throw this away. They're going to utilize the Baron buff in all 3 lanes. They're going to continue to push this in, finding multiple inhib turrets. The 3-1-1 is exactly how they want to get this one done. Now up 7 kills, now up 7K gold. This is their game to lose. Illinois back against the wall in game number 4. They need to make a miracle happen here.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the back of Kuderik. He's the one that can splash out a ton of damage with the feathers going on through. Uh-oh, but not if you get popped forward like that by RBM. Here comes Dillaran. And there's the ulti early by Kuderik. Nice flash to the side. Dillaran low, but he has the ulti to keep himself up.
There it is. Beautiful timing coming on in from I Am Nightshade to keep him alive. They try to bait down the kill over the side of Illinois, but they lose 2 inhib turrets in the process. Death by 1,000 cuts, but these cuts are coming in from a Claymore at this point. There is nothing subtle about it. MSU is just going to town. That's a big old club, and I'm not just talking about RBM.
Yeah, RBM just, again, just dominant performance. And it's really just led to the rest of his team being able to get fed as well. And Illinois just haven't had the answers, haven't been able to play around their win conditions right now. And, you know, Shox, 6 kills for him, 6-4-2. But, again, early game prowess for this Olaf does fall off a little bit later and has a hard time just walking through everybody right now.
And we saw how well Illinois were doing in the early game. And once again, Michigan State able to stay toe-to-toe despite having better scaling. Like, they have the Vayne, they have the Zillion, and they're just looking for that later part of the game. They've made it there. The Zillion is good against the Syndra. It's really hard to actually, when you have a good Vayne, to shut her down because she's got a lot of protection and peel with 2 people who really want to peel, one that wants to push into the other front line. And then you also have this guy that's going to speed you up. And with the mechanics that Dillaran has been showcasing, he 100% absolutely utilizes the speed that he gets from this Zillion.
Oh, yeah. This is a lot of fast rotations coming on in, putting Illinois on the back step. Michigan State's been doing that beautifully so far as they are looking to group up here in the mid, run it on down. Only 1 inhib turret and inhibitor remains for the side of Illinois. They've got to deal with these super minions. Garen's going to be joining on in as all 5 members come together. This could be the last series of plays here. One big team fight from Michigan State University will allow them to walk away with the win, but they don't need to take it now. They can wait for this Dragon Soul. They don't have to go too crazy.
I don't know. If I'm Illinois, I'm looking at engaging right now.
Wait, Sunlight.
Zillion's in the top side of the map.
No, Shock.
Sunlight's right here.
What? He was right there.
Ah!
He's right there! Coming on into the mid, finding the backline through all of this. Finds only tanky members, though, trying to split this up. Command attack is absolutely gone. Blink and you miss it. Moonlight goes in, tries to survive a little bit longer, but Sunlight is just such a threat right now. Finally goes down, but so much committed to kill him. Nightshade flashes forward. Everybody is here, but the Vayne is just doing damage. Dillaran survives through all this. Moonlight as well. The Featherstorm trying to do something, but that is RBM now going in. Find the pillar. Gonna be trying to knock it down. A massive 3-man stun, though, comes in from Kuderik, but the double kill now from the Vayne. Going gold won't keep you alive much longer. Dillaran is here, and he wants to try and shut you down. It is only a matter of time.
Yeah, flash away by Shox isn't going to mean too much. Dillaran will chase you down even through the night. One more tumble. Auto attack should be good. No blast cone. The rest of the team pushing through the mid lane, now pinging the bottom side of the map. And another team fight win here for Michigan State.
And that'll be the Dragon Soul. They'll pick this one up. They'll have that Ocean Dragon Soul. That's going to help the Garen pretty much do whatever he damn well pleases.
Yep.
And he's got so much HP to work with.
Do you like regen, sir? I heard you like HP.
Wow. Just, wow. Every team fight, Dillaran's able to get everything off.
Yeah.
Kudrik did a good job surviving for a long time, and it was a nice two-man stun to peel for the AD carry. But look at that, Moonlight's still alive, just such a tanky boy.
Yeah, and the fact that Dillaran, nothing's really happening to him after command attack goes down. Command attack's positioning, he was just caught off guard, herded off to the side, and not with the rest of the team.
Watch the stun. Buying so many members, though, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I got to give so many props to Illinois. They looked good, but they're just too far behind. If they'd been dead even for this fight, it would have gone differently. Maybe.
I mean, I still think the positioning where command attack, he'd have to be able to one-shot Dillaran because they're just getting off to the wrong start. And this is a started up Baron right now.
Oh my. The Bosch goes in, tries to start something up. And they do actually burn the ult as well.
Well, they have a Vayne. They kill this very quickly. They have to get in there now.
There's the stun, though. I Am Nightshade is there with the double bomb. Moonlight to continue to push it down. He's getting chunked, though. Baron is still alive. Dillaran taking a lot of damage to the back of this, though. This could be the potential throw. The Bosch going to win, trying to take this down, but no, still the HP of MSU is too much. The Dragon Soul is doing so much over the course of this fight. They're just staying alive through everything. Command attack needs to try and get out. RBM getting chunked up, but watch how much they're getting back in this. And Dillaran's just running towards the mid. They've got a massive minion wave in the bottom. They want to just win this game.
Yeah, and Topopotamus is getting his recall stopped. You don't have a lot of wave clear here on command attack, and Michigan State, with the Baron bait, are able to take game number 4 and the BTN preseason invitational. They've done it in style. Multiple champions, multiple skin lines. It doesn't matter. The Spartans are your BTN preseason invitational champions.
It took 4 games to get it done, but get it done they did. Found their redemption up against the University of Illinois, and Michigan State gets it done. Beautiful play from them, learning from their mistakes and allowing them to walk away the victors, putting not only a good taste in their mouth going forward into the next CLOL season, but also making up for a bit of a stumble last time around.
Yeah, I would say it's not only a different taste, but also cleansing their palate of what had happened before. The 5 games, this is one where you can go back and go, you know what? Maybe we could have actually won that series. You play that back in your mind all the time, and you wonder what could have been, and this is where you come in and go, we don't even need a game 5 this time. We'll go to 4, we'll win it, and I think that Illinois, they showcased on their side that they had that kind of glimmer of, they were champions. They do know how to play the game well. It's just Michigan State, the meta really suits them right now. Really does.
Yeah, and it's the same 5 guys that were a part of that finals loss in the regular season for the CLOL championship spot for the BTN in 2019. So those guys able to show, hey, look, we are learning, we're growing together. It is such a young roster. Congratulations to the boys from East Lansing.
I could not agree more. The 5 of them have grown so much as a unit, and they really showed it here in this series. Returned is standing by to break down that last game and find that pivotal moment. Return, talk to me.
All right, I got a spicy one loaded up for you guys here. It is before the first Baron of the game. Absolutely bonkers team fighting coming out of Michigan State. That's a technical term you can take to the bank. But this fight is all about how do you play with a Vayne. It's protecting one carry against a lot of threats. That's a Spooky Gangplank, Xayah, and even the Syndra are all huge threats. But Michigan State do so with class. And you guys can start the clip right up here. Positioning outside of Baron. Michigan State lose. They give control back over to Illinois. And you can start right here. First step, boom, blowing of the QSS. And this really shows you how many tools Michigan State has. So when QSS is gone, you should already be thinking, look, we have the Syndra, we have the backline dive, we have things that should be able to go ahead and absolutely dominate, but it's the zone control and the positioning of the tanks along with where Dillaran is that really ends out this team fight. So as we play it on along, watch the difference between where Dillaran is positioning all the way on this backside, make sure nothing can jump on him, beautifully dodging away from 2 things Leona throws on out here, and right here. This is the bread and butter of this composition. Look at the beef just in the middle of this composition. Things that would want to go ahead and look for the Vayne. Command attack right here, no way to get into that back line. Same thing here with the front line. Guy Kundrik wants to get around, no way to get around because there are too many things in the way. And when you have this kind of control, your Vayne is in heaven. And as you can see here from the rest of this fight playing out, Dilran able to make those first few abilities miss. There is nothing left that can kill him, and now is go time. Take down everyone front to back. Take down the Olaf who is going ahead and diving you. And once those threats are dealt with, there is nothing left on this world that's going to keep Michigan State from taking their title here at the preseason invitational. That's it for me on the Telestrator. Back to you guys on the desk.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Return. And yeah, the way those team fights ended up positioning Dilran, he was just able to play his game, the ideal Vayne in that situation. And great, great job from them. And of course, congrats to the victors over at MSU. And it wouldn't be a BTN Championship Finals, of course, without a spicy interview to round things off. We have a really big meme standing by, and that's always fun to say. How's it going, buddy?
Hi. That's pretty good.
You're going pretty good. I can imagine so. You guys, it didn't take 5 games this time around. You guys won it in 4. How good does that feel knowing that you had a more dominant victory in this redemption run?
It was good. We're proud of the way we played. We should have won the first game, but it happens. We just messed up a few things, but we figured it out right after, so we were able to win the next 3 really easily.
Peyton, what was the biggest learning lesson from this season, this preseason, from last season?
Well, this season we didn't really get to play anyone until the finals. Every other team wasn't like as prepared as we were because we've been playing together for so long. So like, it was just throughout Big Ten East, we're really good, and then learning in this series, we have to be way more like calculated on the plays that we make. I can't just kind of like run in and fight them. I have to like think before I fight them, So.
Look at that big brain, going to school, getting coached. Yeah, you can't just run in and fight them, but you figured it out. You definitely figured it out.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, what do you think was the biggest difference this time around from the 5-game series that you played against Illinois previously? What was the difference that made it so you guys came out on top this time?
Well, they have a different roster, so they're not like as synergized, and like we have like a bunch of synergy compared to them. I think I'm a lot like smarter than I was before, and like I played a lot better mechanically. So I think on top of like my improvement and our team's like synergy and like macro improvement, that like they couldn't really play against us in any way. So they'd just lose really easily.
So now that you guys have had this opportunity in the preseason invitational, CLOL is coming around the corner. How much more prepared do you feel now going into this, having had this test up against Illinois and knowing that, while the games in the East are one thing, there's definitely still a challenge to be had here. How do you feel about CLOL as a whole?
Really good. We're aiming for one of the highest seeds in North because, it's got to get back to LA and redeem ourselves there as well because we had a really poor showing. So we'll probably end within top 3. I think Illinois can also end 4th and like be one of the highest seeds too. Like they're incredibly good, even though they weren't really on their game this like set. They're still like super crazy good, and like they'll probably be in the end with us and Maryville and CC.
All right. I love the confidence here. Aiming high. Hey, I can't complain with the way you guys played so far. You definitely have made your case. Thank you so much for an amazing series, an amazing preseason here. Congratulations on the win, and best of luck going forward into CLOL.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks, Grubhub.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, it's funny because that was what I was about to do. I was about to thank Grubhub as well. He beat me right to it there. Of course, our victor in that last one. And, of course, we all win when Grubhub's involved, bringing us delicious food. So thank you so much to Grubhub joining us as a partner for ESL Collegiate. And all of you at home can get involved not only in the perks, but, of course, getting some free food, $12 off your first order of $15 or more using that link right there. And if you are, I don't know, maybe a university or a college student who's just spent the last, 6 hours watching this broadcast, you think, maybe I'm a little bit hungry and it's late. It's like 9 p.m. on the East Coast. I don't want to go out. Grubhub.
You can use it.
You can.
Yeah, again, congratulations to Michigan State for taking the victory here. Go green for today. Big stuff there, and I think it's our deserved champion in the BTN.
Absolutely. Even though he was giving props to Illinois about them not being on their game, it still looked like they had to be very off their game for this entire set, because even the game that they won, game 1, it was really close halfway through, and it shouldn't have been. So it was Illinois being really off if they were somebody that they considered to be fourth. But at the same time, I'm kind of going, well, it just seemed like Michigan State were like that much better, not just today, but overall. So that's how I feel about Michigan. I think they really do deserve to win this.
Absolutely. They put on a great showing from start to finish, whether it be with the fun drafts, creativity, all that good stuff, and definitely deserved the victory here. From all of us here at ESL Collegiate, thank you all so much for joining us for the BTN 2019 preseason invitational. We'll see you in a few months for CELOL. Have a great night.